So we all know who's the worst national team in the men's football. But who's the worst national team in the women's football? And the answer is, it's Mauritius. Mauritius women's national football team are ranked the worst by FIFA. They are ranked 188th place, which is not as many as the men's, but it is the worst place basically for the women's. And Mauritius, let's give you some facts on their national team. So their association is the Mauritius Football Association. The confederation is CAF, which is the African one. Their head coach is Aniel Colette. Their FIFA code is MRI, iconic. Their first colours, so their home kit is white with blue shorts. Their away kit is red with blue shorts and pink socks. Their current FIFA ranking is 188. Their highest ever ranking was 117 in 2018. Their lowest is obviously what they are now. So what else is there? They've never their biggest defeat. Shall we go with their biggest defeat? Their biggest defeat was on the 1st of August 2019, 15-0 to Zambia, and that was played in South Africa. They recently, on the 7th of July 2022, won 5-0 against Rodriguez, which is apparently a country. And they have never qualified for a World Cup. There you go. So that's a little bit of background on Mauritius. So apparently they're the worst national team in women's football. Well, to put it lightly, I've never heard of them before. But according to this, Mauritius is, national sport is football, so not a great start. To give you some more geography, Mauritius is I believe it's an island in Africa. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's East Africa. It's just an island off the coast. As we all know, the Women's World Cup is coming up soon as well, the one that's being played in Australia and New Zealand. Mauritius will not feature in that, just to clarify. So there's not an awful lot of information, but here we go then. So let's read this then. In 1985, very few countries had a women's national team, and Mauritius was no exception, with the women's football program being established in the country in 1997. The first match was against Reunion, which is like a French national it's owned by the French, on June 3rd 2012 in Saint Denis. The match ended in a 3-0 defeat. A return match was planned for July 2012 in Mauritius, but it was put back to November 2012. The match was played in Banbous on the 25th of November 2012 with Reunion winning again. This time by 2-1. Mauritius was scheduled to take part in several competitions, which they ended up withdrawing from before playing a single match. This includes the 2012 African Cup Women's Tournament in Zimbabwe, from which they withdrew. In 2005, Zambia was supposed to host a regional African football tournament, with several countries agreeing to send teams, including South Africa, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Malawi, I can never say that one, Mauritius, Madagascar, Zambia, Botswana, Namibia, Lesotho, and Swaziland. The tournament eventually took place in 2006. Mauritius did not send a team. Beyond that, they were scheduled to participate in the 2008 women's under-20 World Cup qualification. They were scheduled to play Zimbabwe in the preliminary round. However, Zimbabwe withdrew from the competition, giving Mauritius an automatic bye into the first round. In that round, Mauritius were supposed to play South Africa, but they withdrew from the competition. So from what I gather from all of that, Mauritius don't play a lot of games. They're not exactly a very passionate country. There's no real information out there on them. I can't really find anything other than what it tells me here. It sounds like they just seem to withdraw of everything. If you're wondering, the team above them in the FIFA rankings is South Sudan. They are the second worst national team in women's national team football. But I don't really know a lot about Mauritius, to be honest. There is seriously no information anywhere. I'm really struggling to track things down. The only thing I could really find is on Wikipedia, and you know, that's not exactly the most reliable. FIFA don't really seem to have a lot of information. But yeah, so they are the worst ever team in women's national team football. And they were founded in 1997, so there you go. That's the worst national team in women's football.